Okay. So hello everyone and welcome to second session of Agentforce hands-on series. So in the previous sessions we learned how to create an agent force agent, and we also explore what different things are available inside an agent. So in today's sessions we are going to focus on very important concept, that is sub agent. We will first understand what a sub agent is and why we need sub agent and how sub agent actually work, and then we will move to the hands-on part where we will actually create and configure a sub agent. So let's get it started. And the first question is that what are sub agent? Okay, so first let's understand what sub agent actually means. A sub agent is basically a specialized part of our main agent. We can create a different sub agent for different business responsibilities. For example, like imagine we have one main customer service agent. A customer can ask different type of questions, like, so they may ask an order, an opportunity, a support case, or they may want to generate a document as well. So instead of making one agent responsible for everything, we can divide these responsibility into different sub agent. So for example, we can have an order sub agent for order related request, and we can also have an opportunity sub agent for opportunity related request, and also we can have a case sub agent for support case related request, and we can also have a document generation sub agent for generating document. So the simple way to remember this is the main agent handles the overall conversations and everything, while the sub agent handles a specific business responsibilities. For example, if a user says what is the status of my order, right? So the main agent understands that this is an order related request, and the order sub agent can handle that particular request. So similarly, if user says show me the details of my opportunity, the opportunity sub agent can handle the request. These separations make our agent much easier and design and manage as well. So the next part is why sub agent. So if we talk about why sub agent, so now the first region is separate responsibilities. Instead of putting all business logic inside into one place, we can divide it based on different business areas. For example, order management can be handled by the order sub agent, while case management can be handled by case sub agent. And the second region is that sub agent help us to handle complex business processes. And imagine an enterprise agent that needs to handle sales, service, orders, claims, documents, and many other processes. So if everything is handled by one large agent, so it can become difficult to manage, right? So with sub agent we can divide this complexity into smaller and more manageable part. So the third reason is using only relevant actions. So, for example, if an order sub agent doesn't need every actions available in Salesforce, so it only needs the actions related to orders. Like, for example, get order details, get order status, or cancel order. So this keeps the sub agent focused. And the fourth reason is keep instructions focused. So instead of writing one large set of instructions for every possible businesses processes, we can give each sub-agent instructions related to its own responsibility. So overall, sub-agent help us make our agent force implementation and organized, focused, and easier to maintain. So next part is how sub-agent works. So now let's understand how the complete process works. So here we can see that user, main agent, sub agent, relevant actions, and system integration and user response. So when a user send a request, the request first come to the main agent, right? And the main agent understand what the user is asking for, and based on the requirement, the appropriate sub agent is selected, right? And the sub agent that handles that specific requirement to complete the task, the sub-agent can use a relevant action, and that actions can perform the actual operation in Salesforce or another connected system can be. So for example, let's take a very simple example, like when a user says what is the status of my order, right? So first the request goes to the main agent. The main agent understand that this is an order related request, so it uses the order agent or the order sub agent. So the order sub agent that then uses the relevant action, for example get order status. The action get the required information from the Salesforce, and then the result comes back to the sub agent, and finally the user receive the response. So the complete flow is like a user, main agent, sub agent, relevant actions and system, and respond to user. This is the basic working model we need to remember when working with the sub agents. So the important thing is that sub agent is not just another name of an action. The sub agent is responsible for particular business area, while actions are used to actually perform specific operations with that area, right? So it was all about the flow, like how sub agent being used. And let's move on to hands on first. So here I will cover each and everything, how you can easily create sub agent, how you can easily like create instructions, give instructions, like so okay, so let's go back to Salesforce. So now we are inside Salesforce. In the Salesforce, you have to open the setup and Agentforce Studio, and then and also you can use agent builder, and you have to open that specific agent where you want to create sub agent, right? So I have opened one agent like Agentforce default. Here you can see that, and version one. Also here you can see that there is no existing sub agent. So I have removed each and every sub agent which are already there here. So for creating subagent, here you can see that I am already on subagent part. In the subagent sections, I can see that here is one button, new button. But make sure that you will not able to see that new button if your agent is activated. So you have to delete your like deactivate your agent before creating new subagent. So as you can see that I have already deactivated our agent. So now we are getting like subagent button, like a new button. So after clicking on new button, we can see that here is already we have like add from assist library. So here we can see that we have different existing sub agent we can use that if our requirement meets criteria to them. So then we can select and add that existing sub agent as well. And also here is new button like new sub agent. So we after clicking on new buttons, so here we can create our new sub agent. So here like what do you want this sub agent to do? Actually this is optional one, and describe the job you want this sub agent to perform. So here you can enter your requirement what actually the process will be, and also you can simply proceed like click next for that. So here you can see that here are different available options like name of the sub agent, and a classification, descriptions and scope of that sub agent. And also here we can use our like instructions, like their instructions can be multiple, so we can use that as well. And like also we can use like example user unit input as well. So we can add in instructions like manually as well. And like if you don't want to like add these details manually, then you have to click on simply back. So here you can describe, this is the first way to create sub agent. And another way we can create using chat gpt as well, like we can get data from there. So, and we can copy paste here like the like name of that classification, description, scope, and all these instructions as well. So this can be two way. Like first way, let's understand first way. So just imagine one use case, like to create sub agent. Suppose like a salesperson want to know what are the close one opportunities. Like so for creating that, we have to check that what exactly the use cases. Like here you can see like I have given the example like a salesperson want to know what are the close one opportunity. The action is related to opportunity and the condition is close one. So last so we have to describe that like I want to create a sub agent for opportunity where user will provide provide stage name of opportunity, then based on that give what are available opportunities opportunities. So here you can see that I have given the like describe the requirement, and after clicking on the next button it will automatically fill all the details, right? So let's wait for a minute. Now here you can see that like sub agent details have been filled automatically and instructions as well. So the name of opportunity management, like we can change that as well, like our requirement is related to opportunity data, like close one opportunity, so we can change that, like get close one opportunity like that. And here we can see that classification descriptions available as well, and the scope as well, and the instructions like ask the user to provide the stage name and of the opportunity they are inquiring about, right? So here we can see that different step by step instructions are all are there. So we can verify it. If we need any changes we can do that, we can modify that. If we don't need any instruction then we can delete that as well from here, right? So this is the first way to create a sub agent. And once the sub agent, so let me create this one. So just back, so I want to copy this one. Okay, so now here after like those details, I am assuming that all are correct. So clicking on the next button, and here we can like create a sub agent. I'm creating it, and every sub agent can be like actions as well. So we have like different available actions, like existing actions. So we can select that and we can use for this specific sub agent. But as of now, I am creating just a sub agent, so I am not adding any actions for that. So I'm just creating sub agent. After clicking on the finish button the sub agent will be created. So here we can see that after clicking on that we can see that the sub agent details, like their like is classification, description, scope, instructions and all. And also we can modify from here as well. And also in the sub agent configuration, this is the this sub agent actions as well. So here we can see that particular sub agent actions, if we have added any sub agent actions, that all the actions will be available here. And also from clicking on the new button we can add like access from library app actions, and also we can create our new actions as well from here. But the topic is like creating sub agent. So as of now I have created one sub agent. This is using from the Salesforce. But sometimes like if you are clicking on the new button, new agent, you have described your requirement from here. After clicking on the next button there will be no things, nothing's available, like nothing appears here. So in that scenario what you can do, that you can use chat gpt and just like copy these text. And as of now, okay, first let me put that which already I have copied. I have like copy the scenario what requirement is, and then I am copying those details, like the sub agent requirement details. So let me copy this thing and also paste that as well, and just write that give these details, give these details. So in this scenario you can find that here also we have details, like the name of the sub agent, classification, description, scopes and instructions as well. And also here simply we can like modify this, and you we can copy paste from here, and then the sub agent will be created. So like in this way we can like simply create sub agent. And so in this video, like basically it was related to sub agent. In the next part we will covering the actions for that particular sub agent, and we will test that how actually the like after adding the actions is working or no. So we learn what sub-agent are, why we need them, some practical example as well, and how a request move from the user to the main agent, and then the sub-agent, and finally the relevant actions we will covering soon. So next session. So I hope you enjoy the video, you learn something about sub-agent. So make sure to subscribe the channel so you can see the another video as well, right? So it was all about this session. So let's finishing that, and make sure to subscribe this one. Thank you.